Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the very first episode of the Two Dope Nerds podcast. My name's Eric. I'm one of the dope nerds, and the other dope nerd is...
Josh. Me.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, it's the first episode of the Two Dope Nerds podcast. I'm super excited to start this endeavor with you, my best friend.
Hell yeah. That's me.
My podcasting partner in crime. We've done this many years, this podcasting thing, so we're...
Not too many years.
Well, yeah, you did about 2 years worth of...
2? That's not a lot.
I think that's a lot.
In the grand scope of things, that's
I
not
think
a lot
it is.
at all.
I think it is. I think you've put in the work. You're a podcast vet.
I'm a podcaster now.
Yeah, you're a real podcaster.
I mean, we do have like hundreds of episodes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We have
Which is crazy to think about because like I feel like that wasn't even that long. Like
no
of a session of us like podcasting, even though it was over like a few years.
Well, I hope this podcast goes a lot longer than that. I want us to go into the 1,000 episode range. How about that?
I mean, it depends how fast we're churning these out.
We're gonna
every week thousands of episodes. Like I'll be like in my 40s.
Well, that's the whole point. We're gonna be the old men, giving you the old men perspective of everything that's happening.
Old men that didn't start old.
We're giving you the old man perspective of everything that's happening.
It to the Two Old Nerds podcast.
The Two Old Nerds. There you go. Already we're thinking.
We're
all thinking of evolving.
We're thinking 10 years down the line. We've already made it.
Well,
Time to wrap this episode up.
For those that don't know what we're planning to do with this podcast, we are two gamers. I guess I don't know if I can consider myself a gamer or not, but we are two streamers on Twitch, and we're gonna use this podcast platform to talk about our favorite hobbies like video games, comics, movies,
cartwheels.
Yeah, whatever we can think
Doing
of.
the Dougie at random times.
I can't do the I can't.
I've taught many people how to do the Dougie.
Can you teach a person in a wheelchair how to do the Dougie?
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, you can do like the upper body movements, obviously.
The upper body movements? Yeah. I don't even know what the upper body movements are.
Where you gotta like, it's like.
Oh, okay,
okay. Then, yeah, you know.
But then I just look goofy because I can't even move. Like I get stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
you get stuck.
You'd have to do some like maneuvering. In the chair.
Yeah.
You can like use your hips still. So like you can make it work.
All right.
If you really wanted to Dougie, I could teach you how to Dougie.
Well, all right. Well, maybe that for future episodes we'll have an episode where you teach me how to Dougie. Something that you really, really wanted, but you weren't able to obtain. Look at your face.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get right into that, aren't we?
Your face.
We're just gonna get right into that.
As soon as I said that and it registered, his face just went from a happy moment from teaching.
He stabbed me in the chest.
It was a happy moment. He was excited to teach someone how to Dougie, and then I just stabbed him.
Yeah, he's like, "Ha, teach me how to Dougie." And now he pulled out a 45.
And what I'm referring to is you were attempting to purchase a PlayStation 5 console last night.
Unsuccessfully.
Very unsuccessful.
Thank you, Best Buy, for your great app and your wonderful internet website design and how easy it is to get things in your cart and then not be able to fucking buy them.
There you go. So
I loved it. I sat there for an hour and a half, just fucking click and check out. Hi, I want a PS5. Just give me a PS5. Please give me a PS5. Check out. Check out. Check out. Check out.
Hitting the button. Is that how many times you hit the button?
Literally, I clicked that bitch until it turned gray. I just clicked it over and over again. Very unsuccessful.
All right, so what was then?
I would just like click it, wait for it to load. And it would be like nothing would happen. I'd click it again, wait for it to load, nothing. I did that for legit an hour and 45 minutes.
All right, so then after you did that, you were like, fuck it, I'm going to go to sleep, try again tomorrow.
No, I said I'm going to stay up and play video games because I was already like...
You were already up. Okay, so you're playing video games, and then you're like, fuck it, all right, time to go at it again, see if we can grab one. What was your next course of action?
I figured since the mall was like closed early for COVID that I was just gonna go to one of those GameStops in the mall and see. But apparently they only get 10 pre-orders at a time, so I guess their launch event is gonna be like a handful of people.
You got it's literally like
that's what I was told. That the manager said that there was only 10 given or allotted to them. So
it's literally like grabbing a golden ticket, like Willy Wonka, to the chocolate factory.
I mean, I'm sure.
But But you brought up a good point though. Why would they only allot 10 consoles?
I feel like that's a ridiculous allotment. Like that's
maybe because they know GameStop's pretty much dead in the water.
I guess.
So they don't want to put too much into it.
They don't want to help them out.
No, because then what happens if they give them, let's say, one store gets an allotment of 1,000 consoles, and then GameStop goes out of business, and they're stuck with 350 PlayStation 5s that they can't.
They would just send them to another store.
That's true.
That's literally what happens.
Or they would just probably send them back to Sony, right?
No, they would send them to another GameStop.
No, but I'm saying if the entire business goes out of sale. Like the entire GameStop business.
At that point, GameStop bought Sony doesn't front them the PS4s. Like
right, yeah, I'm thinking of fronting.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm thinking of fronting.
See, I was like, Sony doesn't give them the PS4s. Like, all right, when y'all make the money, give it back. Like, that's not how that works.
Right, so they own it. So basically, what happens? How would they make their money back?
They would sell them at a loss, and then they would try and sell them to others, other distributors.
Gotcha. All right. So you weren't able to obtain the PS5.
No, I mean, not now, but I'm sure pre-orders are gonna.
Yeah. What's the how quick can they do another batch of pre-orders?
Hell if I know. I have no idea. There's no word. Yeah, I was like, everywhere I've asked has been like, oh, we don't know. Maybe they will. In a later date, a few hours. Days, I don't know. I'm wondering if there's a trend that they follow when the PS4 came out, right. Something like that, where they look at, okay, this is how quick those pre-orders went, and this is how fast they brought a second batch of pre-orders. Will PS5 follow the same format? But it's so weird that everything has always been under a cloud of wait and see, you know what I'm saying? Even down to the price. You would figure the one thing they would say from the PS5 announcement would be at the very end. It's going to cost this much. And Apple does it. Every time they talk about a new iPhone or whatever, they tell you the price of what it's going to cost. $15,950 for
You're going to have to sell a kidney, but it is what it is.
It's 6 car payments.
So it's so weird that they do it this way, but I mean, people are going to buy it regardless, and you're going to buy it regardless. What are you most excited to play?
Miles.
I knew that was the first thing to come out of your mouth.
Duh.
I watched the whole bit last night. It seems like it's going to be a very interesting story. Because, my mind is always thinking of RPG, like the storylines.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's going to be a really, really interesting story. That's the thing that sucked me in. A lot of good stuff came out last night from that, like the launch exclusives. What's that Deathloop game is something that I'm really
Deathloop looks really interesting.
Yeah, it's
I like games like that too. Roguelikes, I guess they're called.
I guess, but I wonder how it's gonna play.
It's gonna play like a game. I don't know if you've ever played it, called Hotline Miami.
Okay.
Where you kill everything in one hit, but you also die in one hit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you die, you start over.
Oof, that's gonna probably induce a lot of rage.
Maybe.
That's probably gonna. And I know within the story, there's one particular. I don't know what you would call him, hitman or something like that. Mm. There's one person that specifically all these other people are going after you for a bounty or whatever. I just want you dead. So she's so focused on killing that main character. I think that's an interesting part of the story.
I wonder if that's gonna be invasion, an invasion gameplay mechanic, like Dark Souls. You know how a random player can just join your game.
Right.
I feel like that's what that's gonna be.
Okay.
It's gonna be like a random matchmaking where like a player joins your shit to try and kill you.
That'd be so sick.
You have to fucking navigate that level.
Yeah.
While also like facing off against them.
That would be sick.
I'm guessing that's what it is.
That would
but
be
I mean
sick.
that's all speculation from watching the trailer.
Right. Dark Souls looks pretty cool.
Demon Souls.
Or Demon Souls. Why did I say Dark Souls? You know what?
I'm thinking of it's the same like set of games.
Yeah.
It's
Demon Souls.
Earlier in the series or something. I don't.
That looked pretty cool. I didn't really pay attention to the Harry Potter.
That looks cool.
Yeah, is it? They said that's
open world. It's an open world RPG.
Really?
With Harry Potter. Like that shit's gonna be fire.
That's gonna be sick. But yeah. So I'm excited. I'm just you're gonna get the all digital version, correct?
I mean, I'm getting whatever version is available at the time that I go to pre-order it from Best Buy.
And PlayStation says that backwards compatibility pretty much 99% of the
PS4 games. There's no like list like definitively for what isn't supported or whatever, but it's supposed to be most of the PS4 games.
Nice. And what games there are a couple games that if you bought PS4 titles, you get the
digital upgrade.
You get the digital upgrade. What is it? That's for like Avengers.
Yeah, anything that there's a bunch of stuff that like is just coming out that like, has that functionality. I don't really know what it is specifically. I don't know the specific games. I know Avengers is one of them because that's the reason I bought it.
Yeah. Now, you've been an avid gamer pretty much all your life. And I know personally by knowing you probably think something like console wars between Xbox and PlayStation is pretty much a stupid thing.
Yeah.
You like it all anyway. Are you thinking about getting a new Xbox or anything?
No.
Just like having a side?
I have a PC.
Yeah, you have the PC.
Yeah,
so
I have a computer.
And then now explain the whole deal with the Xbox being able to access the library or something on a PC.
Oh, I have Game Pass for PC, which is pretty much Xbox like Live, not their online service, but Xbox themselves has a store where you can like download the Xbox app or whatever, and then there's games that they have for Game Pass for PC that's like they're exclusives. So pretty much any Xbox One exclusive that exists right now, I can play on my computer.
Right. So you don't even.
And I think that continues into the next Series X set of consoles. So I'm good. I'm okay.
You're good.
I'm gonna get a PS5, and then I'm gonna grab one of the three 3000 series RTX cards.
Right. You did, and it's funny because we were talking about that earlier, and you were just like, "All right, well, if I can't fucking pre-order a PS5, I'll just get that new RTX card." And then you're like, "Click."
Yeah, I went there, and those are also sold out.
Those were also sold out. Now I know Nvidia probably has a bigger problem with like scalpers and bots buying multiple cards. And I was just reading before we started recording that they're doing everything they can to stop it. But I mean,
what can you do?
People
are just gonna make multiple accounts to do shit like that. They've already done it with the PS5. Like I know people. I've seen people on Twitter like proudly proclaim like, "I've got multiple PS5s. Look, I logged into multiple PayPal's and I did all this shit to circumvent getting one at a time."
And it's so crazy.
Fuck you guys that want to actually play the PS5 because I want to sell them for multiple.
It's just so wild that
price increases.
That people will actually, just to have the console, will actually pay extra from a scalper just to have the console earlier.
I love video games, like you said. I've been a gamer my entire life, but I'll never do that shit. I'll just wait.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm willing to wait 75% of the fact because I'm poor. So I'm willing.
I mean, I have the funds ready to go, but like
if you already have it in the cart, you're ready to go because like for me to put something in my shopping cart, no matter what it is, I really have to like fucking.
I've done that with games and never bought them.
Really?
Yeah, I put games in my cart and then just been like, I'll wait. And then like waiting turns into like me going to buy something. I'm like, oh, what's this? Get this out of my cart. I'm trying to buy
I don't want that anymore. What the hell is this? Get this garbage.
Like, I'm like, oh, why is the price so high? Oh, what is this?
Get this garbage out of here.
Remove.
Get it out of here. Yeah.
But yeah, essentially what happened to me last night was I put a PS5 in my cart.
Mm-hmm.
I waited in line.
Uh-huh.
And then while I was waiting in line, somebody just scooped the PS5 that I had in my cart and then went and bought it.
And took it away from you.
And yeah, then I just couldn't. I was never allowed to buy my PS5.
And the worst thing is you had to sit there and watch them take it out of your cart.
Yeah,
you were powerless. You couldn't do anything.
Nope.
You literally had to
click the button until it was like, no, we're sold out now.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't sold out when I did it.
You literally had to sit there and watch them take it out of your shopping cart and say, this is mine now, not yours.
I purchased this. Sorry. You cannot purchase it. It is gone.
Horrible. All right, so other information, because this is our first episode, so we're kind of introducing ourselves, getting a little banter going. We are both streamers on the platform known as Twitch. We both recently reached affiliate status.
Holla!
Yay! We've reached that milestone. And it's pretty cool. Like now, like the real one.
I was say, ain't shit really changed for me.
Yeah.
A few of my friends supported me like the first night, and then like I've just been streaming for mad long. I mean, like my views have gone.
Your
up.
views have gone up.
My views have gone up for sure, but like
yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't feel different.
It doesn't. It actually
until they send that first payout, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. Once you
I made $9.
Yeah.
It took me a year and a half, but I did it. Thank you, Twitch.
It really is. I thought I was stupid and naive to think like, oh, you reach the affiliate status and that's gonna help you.
Start throwing money at you.
No, like the bots will transition from like the single viewer bots. And
bro, I didn't even start getting bots till I hit affiliate.
Really?
Remember, I was like constantly bragging like, oh, I had never run into bots, right? I hit affiliate and they're like, hey, you want to get famous?
You mean the bots in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
You got bots in the chat?
Yeah. I've banned 2 of them in my last like couple of streams.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, they're getting brave.
It's crazy though, cause like I never had to deal with that, and like people are always like a few of my friends were like, yeah, every time like I'm fucking streaming these like random bots, I'm like, oh yeah, I never have to deal with that. Like, then as soon as I hit affiliate, they were like, oh, get him.
Yeah, he getting paid now. Get him.
You want to be famous? I'm like, oh, you want to fucking. But get out of my stream.
That's a very good segue because I did want to talk about I'm running into the aspect of my streaming career where it's important to start thinking about moderators. And the thing about moderators, right? You're laughing because you know what led to this because you were
a witness.
You were a witness.
And I think one of my comments was like misconstrued and taken the wrong way.
It was taken as we were joking because that's exactly.
I mean, that's how I said it. I don't know that that's how it was taken because people started to feel offended for no reason.
Really
like,
offended.
Okay.
Really offended. My stream, obviously, I have a bit of a potty mouth. But I try to keep it generally wholesome. I try to be engaging with everyone. And my last stream, there was an incident where 2 World of Warcraft players. Now, mind you, I am not a World of Warcraft player. I don't know anything about.
Shit, I didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Really? Because I mean, I play it. You put in more hours than I have.
What the hell they were talking about?
And we'll get into World of Warcraft in a second, but.
I think they were talking about arena or something.
They were
PvP, I think.
They were talking about. I know they were talking about PvP.
They were literally about to fight over.
They were fighting over stats.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody was like, "That's not even that hard," and they were like, "Oh, well, you can say it's not hard, but something else, then it's a challenge." And
yeah, and
I
then
have no idea.
Basically, the way I interpret it, because again, I don't play WoW, so I don't know. But the way I interpret it was basically whose dick is bigger contest in my chat. I thought it was hilarious because again, I'm the streamer, I'm the broadcaster who has no idea what they're arguing about. Not only that, but there are multiple other WoW players in my chat. I'm here trying to play Fall Guys.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was watching that.
I was trying to play.
I was clipping shit from that.
Yeah, I'm trying to play Fall Guys, and they're arguing over. Wow, but anyway, the argument got heated. I didn't realize it got heated. I was laughing about it because, again, to me, it was ridiculous. But anyway, people got upset. I got a couple nasty DMs. I got blocked on multiple platforms. That's not the point. I'm not here to brag about any sort of drama. The point is, now I realize why having moderators in your Twitch is important. Because to me, I always took it as people who talked about mods and made mods a heavy point was like, you're just kind of bragging that you have a channel where you can allocate minions to do your
do my dirty work, minions. I don't feel like paying attention to chat.
Get rid of that minions. That's how
delete these fools.
That's how I always interpreted. Like, I don't want to have mods. Like that. It just felt very self-important, you know. And then some people started going apeshit.
He got blocked. I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, mods are a good idea."
Yeah. Now I was like, "Yo, I need mods ASAP.
I need mods right now. Anybody want to get mod?
Yo,
I'll post it on Twitter.
I was up in Discord. Like, I made a long post. Like, yo, I need mods now because this shit was just like because again, I'm a jokester. I like to call myself an amateur comedian. I'm gonna find funny shit in all types of situations, whether it's tense, combative, argumentative, dark, twisted, wherever. I could probably make a joke at a funeral if you give me a chance. So, like, so of course I'm making jokes. Everybody's laughing at my jokes. I mean, the Russell Crowe joke that you popped off was fucking hysterical.
And I was trying to do that to just fucking
diffuse the situation.
Get away from that stupid WoW talk. I was like, yes, they're talking about Russell Crowe, the movie. Yeah, Russell Crowe.
Because they were talking about gladiators, and I'm like, I know Gladiator. Yeah. I know American Gladiators, but I know Russell Crowe like Gladiator too.
Yeah. I just kept talking about Russell Crowe to fucking like distract from whatever the hell they were arguing about.
Right, but it
didn't matter. Whatever it was real. It was real irrelevant,
and it was real trivial too. Like, it was a dick.
Dumb.
It was a dick.
Super dumb.
It was a pissing contest.
It wasn't even that though. Like, somebody was like, "This is easy," and then it was like, "It's not," and then somebody's like, "Oh well." And then it became that. That's what I mean. Like, at first, the argument was like, this was easy. No, it isn't. And then it became like, well, I'm this good, and you said I was this good, so meh. And I don't know, man. It was stupid. The whole shit was dumb.
Yeah, and I can't even scratch the surface because there's a lot of not personal stuff, but like there's other issues underlying there, and then they were miscommunicated. But then I ended up getting blocked, so I can't even really tell my side story. But again, the main thing is if you see that your channel's starting to grow, you got
get mods.
Yeah,
before you get blocked.
Yeah.
If you come away from the podcast first episode learning anything, learn to get mods before you get blocked.
Yeah, get mods, maybe get money. I don't know, because again, like. I don't want to, like, the thing is, I've been falling down a YouTube rabbit hole where I'm watching a lot of like Twitch streamer drama videos.
Why is there drama between Twitch streamers?
Exactly.
Play your video games and have fun. Shut the fuck up.
That's one.
The hell?
That's one aspect of it. How can you have drama between people who play video games online? Part two is
like, unless they're shitty people, like you find out like some.
I'll send you some videos and then you'll just be like, it's dumb, but it's comical in the sense that because
you're asking me to waste my time when I could be clicking check out at the Best Buy app.
There you go.
PS5 for 2 more hours.
There you go. But here's the thing.
I can't waste my time watching YouTube videos when I could be doing that.
As an older person,
I'll probably never let that go.
He's gonna be mad even when he has it. I could have had this shit earlier.
I'm gonna get it finally.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'd like to leave a complaint.
Somebody literally took this out of my cart as I was buying it.
I tried to buy this 3.5 months ago.
No, but the one takeaway I took out of it is, as an older person, the whole time I'm watching these videos, I'm like, these kids are fucking up their money. You know, like
probably not though, because like kids thrive on that now.
They do.
So like that just draws more attention. Like
there's so much about streaming and content creation that I'm learning, even as a person who spent 7 years developing a website and developing a community on social media to go with that website. Now I'm starting a different community in a different part of the content creation universe, and it's the same, yet it's completely different. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning like
way less weirdos.
In a way, yes,
from wrestling to gaming.
From wrestling,
probably. I was gonna say probably, but actually, maybe not really.
No, I'm not. If you analyze it, like
equal.
Yeah, it's pretty much. There's
a lot of overlap.
There's a lot of overlap between pro wrestling community and gaming community. So, yeah, I don't know, but the one thing. And I was talking about this yesterday, a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago. Somebody blew up because, remember, not blew up, combusted. They blew up.
Look at my face.
Yeah.
I was like, they blew up. For what? Why?
He took that wrong. They went viral.
I didn't take that wrong.
They
they exploded, is what I heard.
They went viral. And the reason they went viral is because they tweeted, and this is a paraphrase. I can't remember. I can't remember the full tweet. You know it. They were like, basically, when I'm streaming, don't come into my stream and ask me how I'm doing, right?
You know how I'm doing. I'm playing video games.
I wish I could find it and pull it up, because I really want to.
Such a goofy ass tweet.
Okay, but the thing is about the tweet. You know, at first, when you're reading it, you're like, what the fuck?
Why would you not want people to try and engage with you?
Yeah, why?
And that shit makes my stream feel like it goes by so much faster and smoother. Is when people are talking and I can fucking talk to them back.
Right. Obviously,
while I'm playing and shit. I don't like fucking just sitting there either talking to myself, narrating the game, or fucking just silent.
Yeah. The thing was, it's the most basic of things. She says, don't ask me how I'm doing. I am live streaming. I'm live. You know what it is. I'm working, and, I don't have time to constantly tell people that I'm doing good or whatever. She hates small talk, right? And once you read this, your first reaction is, man, this chick is crazy. What is she saying? Don't ask me how I'm doing while I'm streaming. That's such a, you're like, who was raised this way?
I feel like if you don't want an audience, don't stream.
Right.
Streaming is the wrong place to be if you don't want to be in the spotlight.
Right. The thing is, just the idea behind it. Don't ask me how I'm doing when I'm live streaming on Twitch. Your first reaction is that why?
Okay, I don't want to watch that person.
Yeah, you don't want to watch that person.
That's my only reaction to it.
But my reaction at first was wait, there's people like this that exist that are this rude and this vile.
I literally had one thought about that and was like, I will never ask that person how they're doing because I will never tune into their stream.
But
and
here's
that
the
was
thing.
it. I just erased it from my
But here's the thing. It stuck with me for a while. It was eating
people
at my
brain.
brain.
That should be forgettable.
Right. But it was eating at my brain because it didn't make sense to me that someone can be that way.
I might even block that person, I think. I legit was just erase you from ever knowing that you exist again.
But here's the thing. The more I thought about it, the more I was like, hold on. Wait a second. Basically, everybody knows the tweet. Everybody knows what she said. She said it, and she let it marinate on Twitter for about 3 to 4 hours. And within that 3 to 4 hours, this girl is getting ratioed to fucking hell. She's just getting pounded and pounded by every single, whether it's a low-level streamer to fucking the biggest streamers in the esports community. We're just pounding away at this girl for about 3 to 4 hours. She said maybe 1 or 2 things and still let it marinate. What's the next thing she said? hey guys, I'm going live. I bet you guys are gonna come ask me how I'm doing. And that was it. How many people probably clicked on her stream when she said that she was going live and she made the thing about, I bet you guys are gonna ask me how I'm doing? Thousands of people.
Yeah. Actually,
Thousands of people.
Once you go viral, then you fucking... I don't think, like, her initial... No one tweets some bullshit like that in the attempt to go viral. Like, I think she tweeted that bullshit as an opinion, and somebody was like, what the fuck?
You really think that she was not... I think she was trolling. I think she knew what she was doing, and she knew she knew she was going to get ratioed to hell, and she knew it was going to happen. She was going to let it marinate. Either way...
The views, like, the troll views don't, like, translate to subs and donations.
They do, though.
Why would somebody come to troll your channel and sub and donate to you?
Here's the thing. Another viral video, almost the same deal, where the streamer was getting mad because nobody was subbing to her channel. So she spent the majority of the stream chastising people for not subbing. And she said, if you don't have $5 to watch my channel, that translates to me, because people are giving her all these types of excuses. I have medical bills. I got laid off. My grandmother's dying. My mom's dying. I'm homeless.
I'm not giving you $5. Like, what? Why do you need an excuse?
But to her, she goes,
weird. Yo, I'm about to quit streaming. After this podcast, I think I'm done streaming.
But to her,
the streaming community is full of fucking weirdos. I'm out.
But to her, she was like, she literally said it. Your excuse, for whatever excuse you give me for not subbing to my channel, to me, that means I should not be on Twitch watching a streamer. I should be attempting to find a job, that I'm just wasting my time on Twitch. She's literally berating people, like, for not subbing to her channel. What happens her next streams? She's getting subs like crazy. Bam, bam. Somebody went and gifted her channel 50 subs. Now, I'm not hating. I'm definitely, don't misconstrue this as hating. I'm not hating.
Sounds like you're hating.
No, it sounds like it, but I'm not. What I'm trying to illustrate is, as fucked up as this behavior is, on a psychological level, you're like, it's fucked up, but
you think it's methodical. I think it's stupid accidents. It's fucking easy. It's easy to happen.
The same streamer that berated...
I was gonna say, do you want to fucking have a measuring stick for how stupid the general population is?
Would that be the measuring stick?
I'm just saying, like, there's several huge indicators that stupid just reigns supreme nowadays. Like,
oh man,
stupidity is everywhere.
Oh, for sure.
And people buy into it.
For sure. And then the funny thing was, that same streamer that berated the people for not subbing, when she started getting all those subs rolling in, she basically said, she admitted on her stream that anytime you get a sub, it reveals that person's name because it comes from their PayPal or whatever like that. She would take that person's name and Google them and see what they did for a living. So she was saying, we have a lot of engineers in the chat yesterday, because she would Google them.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she would Google.
It doesn't tell me. I mean, I have subs, and it doesn't tell me the person's name.
It tells you in your PayPal transactions. It should. I don't know, because I don't.
Yeah, I was like, a Twitch payout wouldn't be individual.
Not the payout, but the it tells you through your subscriber
list.
List.
The donations.
Or it might have been donos.
I was gonna say, because the
it might have been donations.
Donations directly from PayPal.
She was able to obtain whoever donated their actual names, Google them, like pull up their LinkedIn profiles and see what they did for a living.
That's weird.
Yeah. So, and that was another thing that the internet, it was the same girl that berated people for not subbing.
Weird. She's fucking weird. And people
were like,
money.
"Yo, this bitch is." Now it went from berating everybody was like, "She's weird. That's weird. Don't do that." When she was like, "I look up everybody's LinkedIn profile to see what they do for a living." That's when everybody was like, "Oh, wait a minute. That chick is on a whole nother level of crazy." Yeah. But there's plenty of videos of streamers like, fucking
doing dumb shit and getting paid for it.
Yeah. Remember Low Tier God? Our buddy Low Tier God?
No.
No,
I don't remember who that is.
Remember Brawly Legs, the dude, the Street Fighter guy that got mad at the dude who played Street Fighter with his mouth because he was getting beat by him? And remember Craig hit him up on Twitter?
Oh.
That guy.
I still don't remember who that is, but yeah.
But anyway, he at one certain point he was running his stream, and the way he would run his stream is, in order for him to turn on his microphone, you would have to donate $5. If you wanted him to turn on his webcam, you had to donate like $20. And if you didn't get like one sub for an hour, he was cutting his stream off.
What a dickhead.
Man, I'm just saying, there are very bad practices that even us as new streamers.
I'm gonna just play video games. Give me what you want.
Give me
if you enjoy it, fucking
my deal
sub is or talk in chat.
Yeah, just talk in chat. I'd actually.
I don't even fucking give me donations.
That's
just
what
literally
I'm saying.
Just talk.
Is it weird to have a complex about people subbing and giving you their money while you play video games? Because I had that weird complex.
Nah, it's been one of my dreams like my entire life. Since I picked up a controller, I was like, how do I make money doing this? I have this weird complex where it's just like so like until I've actually made money, I feel like I'm not.
I have this weird complex where like people have subbed, people have donated, and I'm just like, it's awesome. I'm greatly appreciative of it, but I'm like, why? Like, like, why?
That's why I got emotes. That's why I immediately bought something to like give back to people that subscribe to me, because I'm like, maybe the gameplay's not enough.
That's you know what? That's smart, because that's exactly what I'm doing.
Here's a physical thing you could take to another streamer.
And that's
like, if you watch other streamers, here you go. You sub to me, you get this. You go to them.
Yeah.
You use it maybe you don't. I don't know.
No, but that's exactly what I'm doing, and this is not a plug. I'm just giving you the semantics of what I'm doing. With the streams, I have a merch store.
It's a plug.
It's a plug. With the streams,
it's not a plug, but
go
to this website.
With the streams, I have a merch store set up. So basically, anybody.
Yeah, I'm not that big.
Huh?
I said yeah.
I started it even before I hit affiliate. I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna take this and try to be creative as possible with it. But if you sub for the month of September, and I'm pretty much gonna do this every month for new subs, is basically you'll be entered in a giveaway to get one of the t-shirts from the merch store. And with the merch store, I'm thinking of a lot of cool things, like doing limited edition designs and stuff like that. So that's cool. But again, it's like you say, you feel like when they give you their money, whether it's a donation or a subscription, you feel like you could do more than just give them emotes and sub badges and for me, I'm just trying to get over that complex of people wanting to give me money, because I feel like I could be doing more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like I can give them more entertainment if they're willing to give me any amount of their money, because I know what it is to be poor.
Right, like somebody legit donated like, it had to be like 120 bits over like a couple days to me, right? And then they apologized. They were like, sorry that it's not. I was like, what do you mean? Like, you didn't have to give me any of this. Like, don't apologize.
Yeah.
Like, this is another. I'm very grateful for whatever you gave me. Like, thank you.
Yeah. So
don't think that like I'm not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm grateful for whatever it was.
Literally,
if you had to give me nothing.
I've had people give me 1 bit, and I'm just like,
I enjoy people just coming to my stream to talk.
Yeah, that's the
talk
main
about the game, talk about whatever. Like,
that's the craziest thing about streaming, is that it literally has brought me so many people that now, like within 2 months or so, people that I actually consider friends, that I'm probably never gonna see because they either live on the other side of the country or the other.
TwitchCon.
Yeah, or at TwitchCon, whenever the fucking end of the world stops happening.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because
I always forget about that.
It's because we're so fucking. It's become a part of our.
I was saying, really, nothing changed for me except I have to go like wear a mask when I go into stores. Cause, my job, I work by myself, so and I go from work to home and then back, and that was my schedule. You know what I mean?
Right.
For so long.
You've always kept a pretty like low profile, like in terms of.
I don't go to stuff.
You don't do stuff, which I don't blame you because I don't do stuff either. No. But you've like you say, even in your Twitter profile, it says you substitute video games for sleep.
Yeah.
So when was like what was the first game that you got hooked on as a kid?
Like to the point where I stayed up all night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spider-Man Maximum Carnage for Super Nintendo.
Jesus.
It was a beat 'em up. I remember I woke up. It was like 4 a.m. And I was not supposed to be up like at all. And the Super Nintendo was in the living room. So like I snuck out, and I like was playing it, and I was just like, this game is amazing. Like I love it, right? And I heard one of my parents like wake up. I think it was my dad like woke up, and I quickly like paused the game and like went over to the couch and like acted like I was just sleeping on the couch. Like maybe he would just
leave you alone.
Yeah, he would just leave it, like maybe turn on the TV. He walked right in, like unplugged the Super Nintendo. I was like, damn it. And they just went back to bed. And I was like, all right. And I went to bed after that. But like, I used to always like stay up when I had the Game Boy, the original Game Boy with like the worm light.
The worm light, and those things were, those worm lights were horrible.
Not Ocarina of Time. Link's Awakening was the Game Boy game. I stayed up all the time to play that game, like, and then the ending threw me through a loop because it's the worst.
The worst ending.
I hate it so much.
Did you hate it because it made you sad?
No.
Okay.
It starts the game over, basically. Like, you do all this shit to open this egg at the top of this mountain, and then Link wakes up on a raft, which is the beginning of the game.
So the whole thing was a dream sequence, basically.
Link's Awakening.
Oh! Hello.
It's one of those things where you're just like, fuck!
Did I do it?
I was like looking at it, I was like, son of a bitch.
Now, you always told the interesting story that you used to go to the local Blockbuster. You would rent a game, beat it, bring it back, and you would just basically...
yeah. Well, I mean, that was when they had the Blockbuster Game Pass. You could rent 2 games at a time. It was like 2 or 3. Or no, it was 1 or 2. That's what it was. And I had the 2 game pass. And you could rent 2 games, like play them, and for however long you wanted, whether it would be a day, a week, whatever. It was a monthly like subscription, basically.
Right.
I lived right down the street, so like I would fucking rent 2 games, ride my bike like back to my grandma's house, beat the shit out of them in a few hours. Ride my bike back to Blockbuster. Like,
give me 2 games.
Yeah, I would show up there like 3 or 4 times a day, just like renting games from like the morning, like Saturdays and Sundays. I would start at 10 in the morning. Like,
really?
Yeah, when it opened, like I would go ride my bike up there, get a couple games, beat them by like 1 or 2, go back.
That's crazy.
I did that shit until they closed at like 10 or 11.
That's crazy. All right, so it's time to get to know a little bit more about Josh. Favorite game of all time?
Favorite game of all time?
All time.
Resident Evil 2.
Resident Evil 2. Game that makes you rage the hardest?
Call of Duty.
Any Call of Duty?
Call of Duty. Just Call of Duty.
Just Call of Duty.
Call of Duty in general.
In general.
I rage at that game so hard, like to the point where like I think I'm gonna have like blood vessels burst in my head and shit. Like it makes no sense either because I don't care about that game. But like when I'm playing it and somebody kills me, they're always hacking.
That's another thing I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about, like stories of like.
One thing Street Fighter makes me rage really hard too.
Really?
Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the Xbox 360. Fucking no matter what difficulty you played on, it was on expert or some shit. So like I'm on medium just trying to beat the fucking game, and the last boss is kicking the shit out of me. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is happening?
That was me. I know exactly what you're talking about. That feeling, and that feeling, as soon as you said it, I had like PTSD from the first Gears. The final boss in the first Gears. Now, to most people, it's probably very simple.
Right.
I've called multiple mutual friends of ours when I'm playing this game. How do you beat this game? They explain it to me. Everyone explains it to me exactly the same, and I still could not get it, to the point where I stopped playing Gears of War altogether.
I quit.
I quit. The whole
like
time.
6 of them or 5 of them now.
Don't even fuck with them. Don't even fuck with them.
Maybe all the last bosses aren't that hard.
I could probably go back now and play it again and probably beat it.
Shit on the
yeah,
last
I probably
boss.
could, because now my brain is developed. Now I'm more mature. Now I understand.
My brain is developed from the first Gears of War to now. I can shoot the boss.
Now
more
I
efficiently.
understand how things work. But at the time, right?
It was just too hard.
It was because the whole time I'm playing this game, I'm like, yo, this game's fucking awesome. This game's awesome, man. This might be my favorite game of all time. I love this game. Then I get to that final boss. I died. I would literally cut the game off, wait another day, play an entire.
I'll try this tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll play.
I'm not in the right frame of mind.
Exactly. I'm having a bad stream. You know what I'm saying? As the kids say. Just not feel, the vibes aren't there, you know.
Vibe check.
Yeah, you know.
Failed.
The vibe check failed. But so I'll cut the game off. You know, I'll start up the next day, a whole fucking 5-6 hour session on that fucking boss, and I can't beat it. But anyway, this is more about getting to know you, because you're more of the gamer of the group. I'm more of the creative
wrestling guy,
which is it's a good thing you brought that up.
You know a lot about wrestling and like the history of it, way more than I do, and I've been watching since I could fucking like pay attention to one thing. Like
I think because professional wrestling was the first thing in my life where, like, when I saw it, it was like, like maybe like when you saw.
Yeah, like I definitely felt that way, but like you just know way more about it than I do, and I feel like we're not that far apart in age that like
we're not.
You should know the history of Bruno Sammartino, where I don't. Like, you know what I mean? But you do.
But the thing is it's a lot like quote unquote nerd culture. You don't have to like everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like. You know a lot about Star Wars.
That's true.
You know, you're a Star Wars expert.
I have a Star Wars tattoo.
I don't even know what that means.
It's the Mandalore. Well, it's the skull of Mandalore.
Mandalore. There you go.
It's called a mythosaur skull, but it's insignia for like Mandalore for Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Got you.
Bounty hunters.
All right. See what I mean? Like,
there's the from the Mandalorian. They made a newer one, which I was gonna get here, but I don't know.
You should. That'd be dope. But I bet you there's probably a subsect of the universe that is like, if you don't like Star Wars, you're not.
Bro, there's a subsect of the Star Wars shit that I can't even touch that like know the alien languages.
like
legit. No, like legit. Like know all of the alien languages.
Did they have to develop a language? Like to appease these people, like we need to know more of whatever they're saying.
I have no fucking clue, but I know people know like Hutta or Hutties, whatever the Hutts speak. They know like Twi'lek. Like there's like all kinds of different fucking aliens in Star Wars, and they know all of the like the languages of them. So it's fucking weird.
See, that's the
and
same.
I don't, and I have no clue.
That's still deeper than my knowledge. But this whole thing, like.
There are always people that are gonna like try to absorb as much information about the
most definitely, yeah.
I'm not one of those people, but
you do absorb a lot of information, because I can always go to you when I need explanation of something like in a comic, movie, or whatever.
Oh
like,
yeah,
you know,
I mean, because
you're the first person I go to.
There and experienced all those movies from the beginning.
Right. Or if I'm playing a game or something, I know instantly I know hit up Josh if I'm stuck somewhere or I need information about something.
Even shit that I haven't played, I can kind of gather from context clues what
exactly.
You should do. Like Ghosts, you were saying about the kunai that one time, and I was like, I played the game for like 5 minutes, so, and I had them, so it's probably this stance.
Yeah, and you were right, and you were exactly right. So it's like there's such a grand scope, and it's gone from the word nerd was a dirty word, like an ostracized culture.
I've never really felt that way, only because like I always embrace.
Like, even but
I play video games, like I like computers and shit. Like technology's dope,
and now it's the cool thing. Now it's the ultimate cool thing to do. You know, like if you, and not only from it being cool, but like making mad money. Look at
yeah, it's become an industry now.
Yeah, it's an industry now. Look
nerd industry.
That's basically what it is. Look at how much money Ninja made. Look how much money
God. For nothing. They went from Twitch to Mixer, made $1 bajillion, and then was like, "Let's go back to Twitch."
Well, but you know
that's wild.
The thing is, the craziest thing about that, and that's another.
That's like getting hired somewhere, and they give you a $17 million like signing bonus, right?
Right.
And then the next time you go to work, the doors are closed, and there's a sign on there that says, "This doesn't exist. Go do whatever."
But it's also like there's like a bullet point, like if we gave so and so this person money, they get to keep that. Everybody else, because Ninja kept his Mixer money.
That's what I'm saying.
Shroud kept his.
But that's what I'm saying. They got their signing bonuses.
Yeah.
Anybody who still worked there, the door was locked.
Like
it was closed.
And that's the craziest thing about the whole Mixer thing was the only people that knew were the executives. As far as the people who made content on Mixer, the people that made Mixer what it was.
Yeah, they had no idea that the executives had given all of their money to 4 dudes who were just going to leave after.
And they had
their doors.
They had 30 days. You had 30 days to either decide whether you want to move your shit or you want to be absorbed into Facebook gaming. And you had no say in the situation. There wasn't like a council of actual content creators on Mixer that they went to, and those people can give their voice as a part of like representing other content creators on Mixer. It was like, nah, it was like, all right, you wake up one day, you go to log into your email, and there's an email from Mixer that says, hey, we're turning into Facebook gaming, like us or leave us, and everybody fucking left, you know? And a lot of those content creators had to start from the ground up. It's like if we were, you know, we're doing all this stuff for our Twitch streams, and then we go to log in, and then we get an email that says Twitch is just dead.
One day.
It's gonna happen.
One day.
It's gonna happen.
One day it's gonna be true.
That's why I'm starting to understand why it's so important for, if you're a streamer.
You gotta stretch your brand.
Yeah, you gotta. We
gotta start selling soft drinks.
Cripicola or something like that, but like.
Too dope juice.
Yeah, dope juice.
No, we can't do that.
No, that just sounds. Yeah, we go to jail. We're gonna get it. The FBI will be on us. Yeah. But it's like you said, you have to stretch your brand. I guess you could say, like, you know.
Yeah.
You kind of have to, and it's not even
just
for
branch out.
It's not even for money's sake. For the sake of you just want to have people that
security's sake.
You want to have people that you can, you know, link up with and connect with and make these genuine connections. And yeah, the money is nice because, I mean, the money will allow me to upgrade to an even better setup. The goal of what we're doing here as this podcast is I would love for years down the road, we're in a studio setup with even better equipment, and, you know, we can do the video stuff, and it looks
couches.
And it looks like we're super professional. Fuck yeah, I want couches. I want lazy boys. Like I want to record this podcast on a sitting on a lazy boy, you know? But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing with this podcast. We're also going to be talking about other stuff, not just like gaming, but like
mostly gaming.
Mostly gaming, mostly streaming, current events. The world is fucking shit
at a standstill right now.
It's so weird though.
Not really, but kind of.
And for us, because we're in the States, I mean, you go down the fucking, you know, southern Gulf, Louisiana, Florida, they're getting pounded by this hurricane that's like going 100 miles an hour and just wiping everything out. And then you go to the west coast of the United States, and that's the entire west coast of the United States is on fire. The fires that they're dealing with right now, they say.
I'm worried about damn PS5.
I mean, it's not. It's I was never one to look at things that.
No, I'm still worried about the PS5. None of that shit's gonna make me less worried for PS5. I'm just saying.
He's checking.
In perspective.
He's checking it now, though.
I literally am.
He's checking it now, though.
I literally am.
What does it say?
Coming soon.
What the fuck does that mean, Sony?
That means I can't fucking buy one. That's what it means.
But yeah, it's just such a weird time. Like the East Coast, the lower East Coast is drowning underwater. The West Coast is on fire. We're surrounded by this shroud of pandemic that can either
invisible killer.
Yeah, it is an invisible killer because you can either just have a sore throat or you could be on a fucking ventilator. You don't know.
Crazy. It's fucking crazy how that's like. That's it. It's literally like that extreme.
That it is.
It's like, yeah, you might call for a couple days and you'll be all right, or you might fucking not be able to breathe at all, and your fucking lungs will collapse and then you just die.
Yeah, it's super serious, dude.
That's fucking ridiculous.
It is crazy. It is crazy, and it's just crazy to think about.
Yeah, you might be all right, or maybe not.
And then the one excuse is, well, that's life. You know, that's life. Like my doctor literally told me that. Like, cause like I went to my doctor.
You might get hit by a truck, or maybe you don't.
That's exactly what he said. Cause I went to my doctor and
I mean, putting a mask on is the equivalent of not standing in the street.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Like, you have a little bit less of a chance to get hit in the car if you're not in the road.
Yeah, exactly. I rock my mask.
But a fucking car could always just roll up on the curb while you're fucking on the sidewalk. Like, that still happens.
That's exactly, because I went to my doctor because I had been I was still getting paid, but I wasn't going to work. And then it came a point where my boss was like, hey, can you come back to work? I was like, I got to check with my doctor to make sure it's cool. And what my doctor told me was that legally, he can't tell me whether to go back to work or not.
I don't know, man.
I'm like, okay, I get that part.
All right,
but
can you write me a doctor note that says I can or cannot? Like, let me make the decision for me, doc.
But here's the thing. I was like, I understand that logic, okay? But me being a person that is in a wheelchair, that is immunocompromised, you think from a medical perspective, you can kind of tell me. You
can suggest something.
Yeah,
like that's your job.
What about, okay, legally you can't, but medically, I'm looking for your medical advice. I'm not looking for your legal advice here, bud. And he goes to me, well, you know, the dangers of this happening is no different than you getting into a car, going to work, and getting into a car accident and dying. And I was just like, that's extreme, you know?
I mean.
And at that point, I made the decision I'm not going back to work because I'm not going to die. You know,
I mean, you get rides places. So.
I get rides, but it's the same deal.
That's what I'm saying. Do you not take rides anymore because you could get hit by a car and die or whatever? Because that could always happen.
Yeah.
You could be, matter of fact, you could be sitting right here streaming.
and
a fucking truck could just be like, whoops, blah, blah. And then what?
Oh my God.
That can always happen. It's possible.
That was a possibility pre-COVID.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's always a possibility.
That was a possibility pre-COVID.
So you can't lock yourself in a fucking.
Which is what I've been doing.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like.
Which is what I've been doing. I don't leave the house except to go grocery shopping.
The only thing is like the only thing about it though is my shit didn't really change. So like,
it didn't.
I'm from a position of like, do we want because nothing really happened. So,
but that's the thing.
I still wear my mask in stores and shit, but like, I feel like I don't know.
That's all you really can do because that's all you really do. It's not. He's not. Josh doesn't go out to bars or anything. Yeah, we don't party. It's like that old video of somebody was asking Logic, like, Logic, what do you do for fun? Like, where do you? I don't do anything. I don't fuck with nobody. Yeah, I don't go anywhere.
I go home for fun.
Yeah.
Like I legit sit at work and I'm just like, I can't wait to be home. It's gonna be so dope to sit in my chair at my house. That's it.
I have to develop that because I feel like my my hermit nature is becoming much more of a mental thing, but it's more like of a mental defensive thing rather than like the way you explained it. Like I want to be home because home is awesome.
That's where fucking comfort is. Like,
yeah, and it's comfort. And there's a part of me that's always like, man, I wish I was doing more. Like, you know,
I can cough at home.
Yeah, you can cough and not.
Bro, I swear, in public, like if I'm in a store and like say my throat is dry or just something and I have to cough, I will fucking choke to death on that cough before I let it out in the store, just to not make people like worried or fucking look at me weird. Like I'll legit just be in there like.
I did that because I have allergy issues. I have shitty lungs because of tons of consumption, but my lungs are horrible and I cough randomly. And even my medication that I take, one of the side effects is a dry throat cough.
Right.
You know, so we went to Walmart one time and we were like checking out and that was happening. And I was just like, I don't want to. I was like coughing. Legit. I was coughing, but I'd look around.
I'm sitting there like holding it, just like, like trying to like just like contain it.
Yeah, it's
like
just.
I'm clearing my throat. I'm like,
it's just.
I don't have to cough. I'm good.
Yeah, it's a weird world we're living in, but the good thing is like I'm excited to start this podcast because we can just riff on what our lives are like because we come from podcasting within wrestling, but that was like we were in a box, you know.
Right.
People listen.
What happened that
week. Yeah. People not necessarily listen to us because they find us entertaining as people, as people. Maybe you know a little
our
bit.
Opinions.
Yeah, our opinions are entertaining, but mostly it was our opinions on that main subject matter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like we put ourselves in a box. The wrestling podcasting was fun, but
I enjoyed it. Wrestling kind of just like got weird.
It is weird.
I mean, I don't know.
I totally know what you mean.
I still like keep up with it, but like, I feel like I keep up with it in a way different lens than I did when we were podcasting. Like I was like excited to watch wrestling.
Yeah.
Those times when we were covering it.
Right.
Now I'm just like.
Yeah.
Ugh. Why am I watching this?
It's
like,
just
halfway
weird.
through it, I'm just like, what just happened? Like for the last hour, because like I wasn't paying attention to any of that, and I'll literally go back and like rewind it,
really,
and then still not pay attention to the hour again, and get back to like the match that I was at, and be like, fuck,
that's crazy.
Like shit.
I find myself, except for things like Raw, you know, if it's like NXT or AEW or anything like that, I don't watch it live. Like I find time to watch it.
Oh yeah, I never watched.
Yeah, but I always was like, it's wrestling, and like you said earlier, like wrestling was my life. Yeah. You know, it's always been my life. Yeah. You know, and this is like the first time in my life. Not that I don't care about wrestling. It's just I can't.
It's in a different spot in your like mind and heart.
Right. I'm wondering, and we'll get into this deeper within other episodes. My 2020 hasn't been the greatest 2020, and I feel like it's so crazy because for a lot of people, that's a universal sort of common thought. Like this year fucking sucks, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
like I figured you'd be like, well, 2020 to me is no different from 2019. But like,
no, 2019 sucked for me.
Really?
Really bad. Yeah,
that's crazy.
My dad died that year.
Yeah, that is true. I do remember that, and that was crazy because you just showed up here, and I was just like, dude, you should be like home, like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I mean, that does, yeah. But like for me, like 2020 with the COVID situation, losing my job, relationships, and all that stuff, it's everything. Maybe that's why I can't find time to enjoy something like wrestling, because I'm still trying to fucking heal from all the stuff that's been going on, you know? So maybe the things that I enjoy, like wrestling or, you know, streaming like that, I gotta find myself to get back into it. Unfortunately, as of this moment, my main source of like what we were talking about in terms of wrestling and covering wrestling, the website that I've been working on since 2013, thewrestlingchronicle.com, is officially no more. I'm gonna shut it down, both because I can't give it the attention that I want to, financial reasons, because it's very costly to run that website, and being that I don't have a job and I'm basically living off of unemployment and my social security, I got to be smart with my money. You know what I'm saying? I can't just
You can't afford it.
I just can't afford it. Yeah. And again, with my feelings on what's going on with the way wrestling is, and it has nothing to do with COVID or anything like that, because to be honest with you, I'm enjoying wrestling in this current setting more so than when fans were there. Yeah, like fans make things like NXT dope. Fans make things like independent wrestling dope. But fans tend to take a lot of away from main product stuff like Raw or SmackDown with their antics when they chant CM Punk or they chant what or something like that. So for me, watching wrestling and not have to hear that or something like that, not have to focus on, oh, this crowd is dead, they're bored, this segment's boring, I just let everything play out, and that's kind of why I'm enjoying the pandemic era of professional wrestling.
Yeah, with all the screens.
And
the cinematic matches. It's literally a different era. It's a different era of wrestling because it's nothing like the live shit. Like, you would never get a boneyard match.
Yeah, that's true.
In a live event, like a live WrestleMania, that would have never happened. Or if it did happen, it would have been a completely different thing. Mm-hmm. It would have been like a buried alive match or something with way less like grandeur to it.
Right. Yeah, that's the one cool thing. I got to give credit to I got to give credit to all of wrestling. I'm sorry. I got to give credit to all of wrestling in terms of how they've handled the whole situation, COVID, especially like WWE, AEW. They've really made, the best of the situation and tried to provide entertaining professional wrestling. So I give them credit for working around this and making it work and providing entertainment. It's just for me, like I said, my headspace is in a totally different headspace. And to be honest with you, when I started the Wrestling Chronicle, I always wanted it to be like a wrestling media source, of, not necessarily, dirt sheet news or whatever, rumors or anything like that, but honest opinion, informed opinions and, reviews and things of that nature. But I didn't want to be the only person to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to build the staff and things of that nature. And that was something that I was always striving to, but I would have to do it myself in order to say, this is what I have and this is how I want to build.
Right.
But unfortunately, a lot of things outside of the professional wrestling, dealing with wrestling, like the wrestling community, and the way content creators within wrestling are perceived by professional wrestlers. Right. There's a clear divide between the professional wrestler, the professional wrestling fan, and someone who covers wrestling even as a hobby.
Right.
There's a clear divide because the professionals all think that the fans and the content creators are just exactly that. They should just be fans. They shouldn't even try to get any sort of, they shouldn't aspire to be a reporter that does anything outside of what's behind the curtain in professional wrestling. You know what I'm saying? And then you get the bad apples who try to be like the Alex Jones of professional wrestling or the Ben Shapiros or Tucker Carlsons, and who have no respect for the actual professional. So that puts a bad taste in the professional's mouth, and then that ruins it for everybody else, who tries to be a true, honest, content creator in the world of professional wrestling with respect. So when I wanted to do things like the wrestling podcast, of course I wanted to interview wrestlers and talk to them. And I've gotten to talk to a lot of great wrestlers, but I never ever could get to that next level no matter how much I knew about wrestling, no matter how much I loved wrestling, no matter how much I respected wrestling, for some reason I could never get to that next level. And I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not bitter about it. It's just that's the way it is. And then you put like 7 years of all that work and you just don't see the growth that you wanted to see in your head. You just don't see it. You feel like you're just dragging this giant boulder that when you try to put more into it, the boulder just gets bigger, but there's no end in sight. Like there's no finish line, you know? So unfortunately, I just have to say, you know what? I put 7 years into this. I felt like I made a tiny bit of a mark in the wrestling community, and that's good enough. I've made a lot of friends. I got to see a lot of things. I got to talk to a lot of great people. I've gotten to talk to everyone, from Mark Henry, Eddie Kingston, Kyle O'Reilly, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson. These are important people that helped me that nobody else knows about, but they helped me help this site grow. Everybody from Sam Roberts, like they would interact with me behind the scenes where I can make those little bit of big steps.
Right.
So for me as a wrestling fan, first and foremost, to be able to say, I was able to interact with someone like Mark Henry, or interact with like Eddie Kingston, or interact with Kyle O'Reilly, who's one of my favorite wrestlers all time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, to me, I could take that away and say I did something within professional wrestling. Even though I can't be a professional wrestler, I still did something, and that was a big goal for me, just to say I was able to do something and something that I love. And now I get to translate everything I learned and take that into streaming and content creation. And the cool thing about it is, and as scary as it is I control it all, and it's all about me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's me. Right. It's how I want the brand to go. I will be the face of this brand. Not necessarily the content that I create, but people are going to look at me and be like, this is his creation. This is an extension of his life, basically. So that's what I want to do with like the podcast and stuff like that, is just make stuff that is centered around real life, like our life and the things that we enjoy, and be able to talk to people. The cool thing about the platform that this podcast is going to be on, Anchor FM, is that people can actually send us voice messages. So anytime we want to do anytime we want to interact with people who listen to this podcast, whether it be they want to give their opinions on something, if they want to ask us a question, ask us for advice. I mean, we're not experts in anything, but we're
literally experts in nothing.
We're experts in nothing except old age, in the sense of the streaming community. We're a little bit on the older side, right?
Not even that.
Really?
I'm not an expert.
No, but but we have a older person perspective, on certain things.
I guess
we have an older person perspective. So anytime anybody wants advice, I wouldn't say we can give it to you, but if it's something that I've been through,
I wouldn't follow my advice.
I feel like you would give good advice.
I wouldn't follow my advice.
I feel like you would give great advice. Because there's a thing about Josh where there's no veil. There's no filter. He's just gonna tell you. He's just gonna tell you whatever he wants to tell you. And he's not gonna be malicious about it. He's just gonna tell you. Josh is a very straightforward person. And that's one of the reasons why, to me, he's like my best friend, because he would always just be like, yeah, that's pretty stupid. You know what I mean? That's dumb.
Oh yeah, I'm very blunt.
Yeah. Josh is great though, because I always tell this story. There was a time I was by myself and I was bored, so I was like, hey, I'm gonna do this tab of LSD. So I did it and it was great, whatever. But then I got really hungry, but I was too nervous I knew I wanted Chinese food, right? But this was before like Grubhub and everything like that.
Couldn't do it online.
You couldn't do it online. You had to call the person. And then to my head, I was like, I could probably get through the order, but then I would have to interact with that person when they came to the door. So I was like, no, that's not happening. I'm not doing that. I'm not talking to anyone. I can't do it. It's a bad idea. So I call up Josh and I'm like, I didn't tell him anything. I was just like, yo, what are you doing? You want to hang out? And he was just like, okay, sure. So he comes over, right? And I am like, hey, what's up?
Trapped.
I was
He's
like,
telling
hey.
the story of entrapment.
I was like, hey, what's up? And I think by that moment he kind of knew I was already like mentally just messed
I
up.
was like, hey, what's wrong with you?
That's exactly what you said. I think you said, hey, what's wrong with you? And I was just like, hey, I'm tripping on some acid right now. Can you order Chinese food? Because I can't talk to the delivery driver. He's like, I knew you called me to hang out for a reason. Because, like, anytime we hang out, there is an underlying specific reason why we hang out. Like, all of our hangouts are hangouts, but there's always a reason why we're hanging out. But this time, it was just, well, I'm on hallucinogenics and I can't order Chinese food. So Josh,
I think you offered to get me Chinese food.
No, yeah,
so
I was
like, all right.
Yeah, I think that's what sucked you in. I was just like, order whatever you want. I don't care.
You're like, yeah, you can get food too. I was like, okay, I'll sit here and eat some Chinese food with you, man.
And then we ended up watching Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, Doctor Strange, and then I had to explain the end to you.
Yeah, not only that, but like I made the dumb thing. I was like, if we wanted to watch all of the Marvel movies, what order do we watch them in terms of the story of the Marvel universe? So Josh was like, he thought about it for like 15 seconds. And he was just like, all right, Bomb, this is what you got to do. And he started like mapping out each movie, what movie you have to watch in what order and why. But by the time he got to the middle, I was so fucking gone that it was just like, it was like as if they were speaking that Star Wars language to me. Like, you know,
some alien language.
Yeah, it was just, my face was just like, like
I was like, yeah.
And yeah, it's just like, and then I tried to like, when I was sober one time, I tried to Wikipedia and it was just not fun.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot of movies.
There's a lot of movies. One thing I do want to do with you, because you can help me out, I want to watch the Star Wars movies, the War of Stars.
Oh, he's gonna watch the Star Wars.
But all right, should I watch the Star Wars movies in order of their release or order of the story?
Story.
Order.
Why would you watch them in order of their release?
Because like the releases are all kind of jumbled around, right?
No, the story. I mean, it's all in one order.
But I thought
1 to 9. Just watch them.
1 to 9.
1 to 9. Just watch
them.
But it's like a special order or whatever. Just 1 to 9. Watch them. Just watch them.
Watch them.
Watch them in order.
But what I want to do.
You would have a better time instead of having to go through like just 1 to 9. Just watch them. Watch all of them in order.
No, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch them. Not all of them at one shot, like in one setting.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of Star Wars.
I did watch all 6 of the first 6 the day the 7th one came out.
Jesus.
Yeah, I started like the night before, and I just watched all 6 of the movies before.
And you actually like paid attention, or was it just background noise?
No. I watched them all. They're great movies. I like them. But
I like the way you said they're great movies. I enjoyed them very much.
I like Star Wars.
But so cool. What we're gonna do, because I'm not a smart person, I will quickly get lost and not understand what's going on. We're gonna be doing episodes where I'm gonna give like my review of whatever Star Wars movies we're watching, and you're gonna be there to make sure that I'm fucking on point with the story and I understand what's going on. All right? We're going to do that.
I might have to watch the first 3 again.
Huh?
I said I might have to watch the first 3
No,
again.
but we're going to watch it together. We're going to watch it together.
Got you.
Hang out.
I thought you were saying like you were going to do a review and I have to like review your review.
No, we're going to watch it together so that way we're on the same page, you know? Because there's going to be...
We're going to Mystery Science Theater it.
Yeah, we can do that. We can Mystery Science Theater the shit out of that. We should, right? We could set up webcams and fucking. We can't live stream it.
These have to be silhouettes.
Yeah, exactly. You can't tell us.
Like we'll put the light here and then to cast the like silhouettes
of like,
or just maybe on to make it like Mystery Science Theater. You know how
we're gonna Mystery Science Theater it, guys.
We're gonna do it.
What do you? I know you're like I know what your answer is gonna be right off the bat.
What?
You're gonna be like, I don't fucking care. But like, what do you? Because the reason I asked you, I knew we were gonna do this together. I knew this was gonna happen, but I was really excited you wanted to do it because you can bring the expertise that I don't have about things like video games,
like what?
Movies.
I already said it earlier in the podcast that I wasn't an expert in anything. What expertise am I bringing?
But you are an expert in like video games and things like comic books and things like that. Because you
Google.
I can't absorb it like you can.
That's my expertise.
But you absorb it.
I know.
And then you can put it together. You can put it together
somewhat.
From what you've seen.
Yeah.
You've seen these things. You've seen these stories played out that I don't know. And you've played these games and stuff like that. That's why I say you bring a lot to this endeavor that we're having. More so than what I bring. I just bring the equipment and
entertainment
and the shitty jokes and the bad language.
Shitty jokes and the bad language.
But, and you bring the meat of the podcast. So, what is it like? You have all this knowledge that you could bring to this podcast. Is there anything like that you think that we could touch on or that should be a part of this podcast? Because we kind of just wing it.
I was gonna say that I thought the whole point of it was to wing it.
Yeah, it's more.
That's it. Matter of fact, we should change it and call our podcast "Winging It," and then we eat chicken wings during it. Because why not? Because why not?
Once you said chicken wings, I was in.
Yeah, winging it. There you go.
No, but then everybody's gonna think it's gonna be a podcast about chicken wings. Like we're gonna.
No, we're just eating chicken wings and talking about shit. We're winging it, literally. We're winging it. Like this is.
Oh man. So yeah,
maybe that's what we'll do. We'll have like an offshoot podcast. It'll be two dope nerds hyphen winging it.
We can review wings.
No, stop trying to talk about chicken. We're just eating it. We're just eating the chicken. We're gonna talk about regular nerdy shit in the spectrum of our podcast.
Okay, all right.
And just eat chicken.
Just eat the chicken?
I don't want to review the chicken.
You don't want to even talk about the chicken?
No.
Okay.
No, I just want to enjoy it.
Okay. Boneless or bone-in?
I don't know. We'll switch it up. Switch it up from time to time. Who knows?
Yeah, this is your baby.
Yeah. Listen, I just came up with this idea right now.
There you go. I like it. It's going to be an offshoot, and we're just going to watch like fucking crazy shit on YouTube.
No, we'll watch hot ones. We'll watch chicken wing videos. But we'll just talk about regular shit and eat chicken wings.
We'll eat chicken wings watching other people eat chicken wings, just talking about random shit.
Exactly. Winging it. Sign us up.
The fucked up thing is the people that are excited for this podcast are probably going to be like, yo, we want to see that.
We want to see the chicken wing fucking podcast.
Bring on the chicken wings.
Let's do it.
Bring on the chicken wings.
We'll eat different sauces. None of them will be hot, though, because...
Oh, okay, good. That was literally my next question.
I'm not fucking with that.
That was literally my next question.
I'm not doing internal damage to bring you entertainment. Sorry. That's where I draw the line.
I won't go super hot. I'll go hot, but I'm not going to go like ghost pepper.
5-alarm, blow your stomach up.
I'm not going to go like
peppers.
Carolina Reaper hot. Yeah, no, fuck that.
I'm barely trying to go like past Crystal hot sauce hot.
I got some of that
Louisiana?
No, it's like that Vietnamese sriracha sauce that's really popular.
Oh yeah, that might even be too hot for me.
Really?
Maybe.
I forgot what other, I brought another brand before that. It was so good. It was like a sweet one. It had some kick, but this shit has a little bit more kick. Even though people are like eat hot foods are probably like, you pussies.
This shit is water.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
This shit is peppered water. Get out of here.
I know people that can get like the blazing wings from like Buffalo Wild Wings and like eat them like they're nothing.
I mean, at a certain point, it's just not enjoyable.
Like how does that dude from Hot Ones?
Like I had the new, was it not Kentucky, Louisiana hot chicken Lay's chips, and after a certain point, like I was like, oh wow, these taste really good, but like after a certain point, my mouth was just on fire, like I was like, oh wow, these are real good, but like my whole mouth hurts, like I have to stop eating them or I might die.
That happened. Somebody I follow on Twitch,
and I did enjoy the flavor though,
and it was a potato chip at that.
Yeah, I was like, I enjoyed the flavors, but like all of that seasoning just fucking hurt at a certain point. Like it was delicious, but I couldn't do it for any longer.
Nah, there was someone that I follow. She was doing a stream and she was eating. I think they were ghost peppers. And at one point, like, I saw a tweet that was like, sorry I had to cut the stream off. I had to lay down. It was just too much.
My stomach tried to shoot out of my asshole, so on stream, and I didn't want that to happen. So I had to cut it early a little bit.
I've seen some weird thing. I've seen people, they get those jelly beans that you don't know if it's like a fruit flavor
or
of
a
jelly.
Fart. Why the fuck would you want to eat a fart? If there was any % chance that a potato chip that I was eating tasted like a fart, I would not eat that bag of potato chips. Like, I don't understand.
Like, it's
why do people do that to themselves?
It's a mystery bag of jelly beans.
What do you want to get to the bottom and just have that one bean where it tastes like a fart? Like, is that what you're aiming to do?
But no, it's the thing is, it's a pretty sizable bag of jelly beans. But it's not only just one.
It's multiple?
It's multiple.
Oh.
Like, there's one that...
I thought it was like Russian roulette for jelly beans.
No.
Yay,
no,
delicious. Oh, a fart.
No. It's like you'll get a handful, and there'll be a couple fruit ones in there, but there'll be the fart one. Then there'll be one that's like spoiled... One's like spoiled milk. One that's like a booger and shit. So you don't know.
That's awful.
That you don't know because they just look like regular jelly beans.
Doesn't matter.
So like people...
I wouldn't take that risk.
So people, like, what people will do, they have like their channel points set up. And if you redeem a certain amount of channel points, the streamer has to eat one jelly bean. Like, they don't know if they're gonna fucking get the fucking fart
that's
spoiled milk jelly bean or the blueberry jelly bean.
That's fucking awful. That's like torture.
It is, but I don't think we're gonna do anything like that. I know Josh won't.
I definitely will not.
He will not.
I will not be eating fart jelly beans. I will not be taking the chance to eat fart jelly beans. I am good.
That's a great episode title. Fart jelly beans.
Fart jelly beans. I'm not doing it.
It goes right with the Fall Guys theme. You know? You're playing a lot of Fall Guys. I hate that fucking game.
I've never played it. I just started playing Among Us. That game is.
I want to play. I can't play it, but like everyone.
The server was fucked up. We only got to play a couple games last night, but like
everybody's playing it. What's the gist of it?
You basically are on a spaceship, and there's however many players in a game, and there's a certain number of imposters. So you're like an alien, but you look like everyone else,
right?
And you have to, as the alien, you have to kill everybody without being like discovered or found out. Because like when people find bodies, they can report the body, and then you have a meeting to figure out where everybody was, what they were doing, and who may be the imposter killing everybody.
Oh,
and then if you vote people, they get kicked out of the ship. So like you literally eject them out of the ship, like shoot them into space.
Oh shit.
So if you do shit or can't prove your case, like say I'm the imposter and I kill somebody and then like report the body, and I'm like, okay, I was like doing this before I came here to do whatever task was in the engine room, and I found this body. Like, does anybody know like who it is? And then somebody can't explain like where they were or like what they were doing. You can cast doubt on them, and then everybody will vote them out and kick them off the ship, and that's it. That's one less person to vote you out as the imposter.
But that person can always not be the imposter. Like,
right, that person could be a regular person, and then you fucking continue the game, and the imposter continues killing people until you find all of them. That's crazy. Eject them out. Yeah,
I've heard that this has started some heavy arguments.
Because people are too fucking sweaty and like. at every game. Like, people that hack for Fall Guys and, like,
Yeah.
need to win crowns. Like, bro, they're for fun. They're for fun. Like,
but I've
fucking just play the game and have fun. People play Among Us and, like, they're mad serious because they get voted out or something. Like, that's that's your fault. You couldn't fucking, like, prove your case. Like,
most of the Among Us streams that I've like peeped, they've always been with friends.
right.
You know, it's always been a private party sort of deal with friends. But there's been some times where like somebody's like, I'm not the fucking imposter. Like they're like, it's gotten pretty heated. And I'm like,
but I mean, that's it. You gotta, like, whatever. You gotta accept it. You should have fucking been more convincing. Like, or you should have been in the sight of someone. There's a lot of stuff you can do to prove your case. Like if
I saw
with somebody who like, you know, is a person and not an imposter, they can vouch for you.
Yeah, because
he was in the engine room with me doing whatever. Like there, and if you like, people cast doubt on me constantly, or like the few games, because I move weird as shit. Because like I don't let people get close to me.
Because you don't want
that's how you die.
Yeah, you don't want them to kill you.
The imposter. Yeah. So like whenever I'm in a room doing something, if somebody comes in the room, I start fucking like avoiding them. I literally like walk away from them and I'll circle them and then just like leave the room and go like somewhere else. I'm like, nope, I don't need to do that. Like, you're not gonna fucking eat me in this room by myself. Like,
yeah, because then it's like
the one time I did die, it was right in front of somebody. Like the dude killed me because I was literally running away from him, and I like turned the corner into this room, and he turned the corner and killed me, and somebody was standing like right
and it was like, oh
yeah, and they reported the body. I was like, it was him.
I saw him do it.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
But I move mad defensively. I'm just like, nope. Why are you so close? Why are you getting close? You the imposter? Get out of here.
Oh man, that's great. I got to figure out a way to get into one of those, because I know there's an Among Us mobile game too.
Yeah, you can do it on your phone.
Now, can you do it on your phone and still get into those parties with other people that are playing from their PC or something?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it or looked into it.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. I don't know if it's free on the phone. It's $5 on Steam.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I know a lot of people that are big Among Us fans. Fall Guys really went crazy.
Yeah, I haven't played that at all.
I don't know.
It looks fun. I watched.
It's fun. It's fun. But I don't know if you would rage on Fall Guys. You'd probably kill it. Like you would get crowns like crazy.
Maybe.
I think you would. Because when it comes to video games, dude, your brain is just like, you like tap into the mainframe.
I learn games pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, you like tap into the mainframe and just go expert mode. And it's like,
I might download it. I think it's on the...
I don't know if it's free. I don't know if it's still free.
PlayStation Plus shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but I might have like.
You might.
I usually put the shits in my library even if I don't download.
Even if you don't download, I know you told me to do that a long time ago. That's actually pretty smart.
Yeah. Because I figure like even if I don't play it, if I want to play it ever, it costs money. It was free at that point. So. Yeah.
All right. Well, we actually went an hour and a half, so I think this will be an easily digestible first episode of the Two Dope Nerds podcast. This podcast is going to be available on all platforms, because as soon as I upload it to Anchor FM, they send it out to Spotify, Stitcher, all the major platforms where you can get podcasts. All you got to do is search Two Dope Nerds. But you can also check us out individually. Josh, shout out your Twitch and all that stuff.
On Twitter, you can hit me up at GG Anubis, and on Twitch, you can hit me up at GG_Anubis.
There you go. That's where you can find them on Twitch and on Twitter. Obviously, we love the support. You can find me on Twitter. Twitter, Erik the Ghost, ERIK the Ghost _ on Twitter. It's the same on Instagram as well. And the Twitch is twitch.tv/Erik the Ghost. That's Erik, ERIK, not with the C. Don't play with me. All right. Don't play.
I also lied. My Twitter and Twitch are the same. It's GG_Anubis.
Oh, it's GG_Anubis?
Yeah. I thought that my Twitter was
different.
The underscore. I thought it was just.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah. They're both underscore.
You have a streaming schedule. What's your schedule?
I'm not even gonna entertain that, because
I took mine down.
Yesterday I didn't stream because I was trying to buy a PS5 and I didn't even say anything.
Yeah.
Like I didn't post anything about it. I was just like, I missed it. Sorry. Like I woke up late and I tried to get a PS5
and it didn't work out.
Didn't work. Sorry. I'm pretty pissed off. I'm not gonna go live tonight.
he was so mad he didn't get the PS5. He didn't go live.
Well, no, it was like already 10 o'clock, and if I started a stream then, like that shit would have lasted a whole hour. Like it would have been a waste of everybody's time. So
I would have. I found that streaming at night tends to get you a little bit more interaction than streaming during the day. I tried to do a schedule thing. I can't, and especially now that I'm unemployed and I'm home all the time, I got a wide open schedule.
You just randomly stream.
I try to keep it every other day.
Okay.
Except maybe on the weekends, and I try to keep it generally around the same time. Thing is, I sleep a lot, because I have to take medication.
Yeah, I try to start around 8:30.
Yeah,
but
and plus I need to make sure.
Sometimes I don't.
I need to make sure I ate,
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. You want to get the stream looking right. So I figure like 8 o'clock is a good thing.
Which I still need to buy like a layout. Like I'm going to get like a stream, some kind of.
I keep mine pretty basic. Mine is just I had the layout and they are cool. The layouts are cool. And like I gave you
I
all.
just want something like the little like hype train or like something with like transitions a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's why I need to switch.
I don't have any shit like that. It's just my waiting screen, then bow. It's my stream, like
Yeah.
Whatever I'm streaming.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, that's why I have to make the switch over from Mac to PC. As much as I don't want to, I've always been an Apple guy. Macs are not really built for streaming, so it's causing me more issues than helping the stream.
Right.
So I gotta save up, get me a PC. That's why I'm not too worried about the PS5 too. Like I got other things. I'd rather get the stream set up nicely so that way we could do more fun stuff on the stream. Like play Steam games and shit like that. So I'm working towards that. That's a goal of mine, to get enough money to get a nice streaming PC and stuff like that.
Yep. That's the next thing I'm gonna do. Like I'm looking to buy the PS5, but I'm gonna get one of the 3080.
The 3080 was the one that just dropped.
That was on the 600.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm getting.
That's crazy. Well, shit.
The rest of my computer is already like disgusting. I have 48 gigs of RAM.
How many?
48. Yeah.
Wow.
My monitor's dope. I have a 165 hertz monitor.
Wow. What card do you have in it now?
2070 Super.
Really?
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do with that one?
Sell it to somebody or just have it.
Yeah, it's always good.
Yeah,
it's always good to have that backup in case one goes down, and especially if you start picking up steam with the streams, and people are going to be expecting you. You don't want to go down too long.
Exactly.
So that's always good to keep it as a backup. Shout out to someone, I can't remember what Discord server it was, but someone by the name of That Tech Guy. He took the time to hear what I'm looking for in terms of a streaming PC. He went on to Parts Picker, and he got me basically what I can use around the budget that I'm looking for. That would be a Windows-based PC for streaming, and that would run the stream flawlessly. Because right now I'm streaming at 720 60.
Okay.
And obviously the main thing is everybody streams at 1080. 1080. So I would like to stream at
my stream looks better than my fucking gameplay sometimes. Like it's
really
weird. It is. It's really weird. I'll look over the preview and I'm like, what the fuck? The graphics look so much better than like the screen that I'm actually looking at.
Yeah,
like,
I do see that often too. I do see the same thing.
Especially when I do the remote play stream through my PS4. Yeah, like that shit all the time. Like the remote play will look like kind of gaudy, and then the fucking actual preview will look dope.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, so like that's the goal I'm working toward, because I want to make the streams better. I want to be able to do a lot of other things. Like you can't do special like if you're just chilling watching something on YouTube with people that you're with or something like that, or music in the background, stuff like that, So that's what I'm trying to get at, and obviously we're going to get there. Hopefully you guys support us with this podcast. Again, you can hit us up on Twitch. This podcast is going to be available on all major platforms, including Anchor FM. So if you want to send us a voice message if you want to be a part of this podcast, to give your thoughts and opinions on pretty much anything, or ask us questions or whatever. You can head over to Anchor FM, search 2 Dope Nerds Podcast, and leave us a voice message there. So how do you think that went? We think we should shut it down now?
Oh yeah, we're good.
We're good. Yeah.
We've said all we could say.
Yeah, we've run out of things to say. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for all the excitement for this podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Spread the word. 2 Dope Nerds Podcast, and we're out.